Oh, Mr. Mayor, City Council, Duncan Campbell from Fayetteville. Once upon a time in the city of Seven Hills, freedom reigned. Families, businesses, schools, and churches flourished. It became known as a city where the principles of the book were taught and practiced. Free enterprise and religious freedom were understood. It was a diverse city with citizens from many different ethnic backgrounds. It was known far and wide as a fair city, a tolerant city, and a welcoming city. 2 centuries passed. The city was still known as a welcoming city, a city of faith and free enterprise, but some rose to power who began to restrict their neighbors, passing ordinance after ordinance after ordinance to control them, and then they went too far. The council decided to polarize the city with an anti-liberty law so toxic it would put every business owner, family, and person of faith at risk. They elevated a certain group of people who identified themselves as practitioners of certain sexual behaviors. This law also took away citizens' freedom of speech, religion, and association. Disapproval of these lifestyles was defined as hate. Pointing to the book or the creator as the source of your beliefs was no defense. It was proof of your guilt. City officials would declare you violated another's rights because you simply disagreed with their lifestyle. Your right of conscience was ignored. You would be labeled as a bigot and a hater, and part of your punishment was to be taunted by others for your crime of disagreeing with your neighbor's lifestyle, of loving the Creator's ways, of loving freedom. But the majority of the people woke up and said no. They repealed that poisonous law, that anti-civil rights law, anti-religious, anti-liberty law, and they gave the city officials a clear message. We won't drink the poisonous Kool-Aid you call a law. It has arsenic that kills free enterprise, cyanide that kills religious freedom, and rat poison that kills common decency and common sense. But the city rulers, drunk with the power of their position, did it again. They proposed a new law, and they called it a better written law. It supposedly took away these poisons. But it wasn't true. They stated that one group and only one group needed extra protection from all the wonderful citizens of this great city, protection from the citizens. They said that the only way to prove that the city of Seven Hills was a tolerant, fair, and welcoming city was to restrict the beliefs, morals, thoughts, and speech of everyone else. This new law on its face is actually a great insult to the majority of the citizens of Seven Hills because it presumes they are not fair, not tolerant, and not welcoming. Their claim was false. This new law had the same poison in it, just a little less arsenic, new way to label the cyanide, and no change on the rat poison. It did have more flavors to mask the poison, but this new brew they called an ordinance would still kill. It would still poison the wells of the city. It wouldn't prove that the city of Seven Hills is a fair, tolerant, and a welcoming city. No. Instead, it's that it has now become an intolerant, unfair, and unwelcoming city to those who already live here.